champion of this Ram truck segment since jump has been from Mount Union with a Mount Boom. Weston Arthur. Boom! I mean, if you're talking about a Ram truck segment, that epitomizes it. Congratulations to Weston Arthur of Mount Union with his Mount Boom.
Yeah, I mean, it feels kind of unbelievable. You kind of don't expect something like this, something that's such a huge blessing. I kind of told some people already, and especially my family, is that we kind of talked about after week one. I didn't expect to win week one at all, so we just thought it was the coolest thing ever just to be on the show. All my friends, telling me about it and everything. We all thought it was awesome. And then you continue to win, but you still have to remind yourself just to be content. If you don't win, it's all right. You got to remember, starting week one, I didn't think I'd win the first week, and that was enough for me. So even going into week 7, week 6, you kind of just have to remind yourself, like, it's okay if this ends, But obviously, I'm grateful that it didn't.
Yeah, let's talk about that very first week. How'd you hear about it? Where were you? What were your emotions going on when you first heard your name on ESPN, the Pat McAfee Show?
So I was actually I was studying for a calc test, probably about 1 o'clock or so. My dad called me. My buddy Brandon Yansons and John Klump, they had told me about it. My dad calls me and I get some text from Brandon Yansons. I'm like, that's kind of weird. I don't normally get that. So I answer my dad's call real quick. He tells me I'm on the show. I can't believe him at first. And then I see all the texts coming through. I start running around my house telling my roommates, come here. I got the Pat McAfee Show on right now. They just mentioned me. They were all freaking out. So, we all went to my living room and we were just watching it, winded back and watched the clips, and we all thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then I tried to go back to studying, an hour later, everything kind of cools down. Tried to go back to studying, I just couldn't. I was kind of still like shaking. It was just so cool just to be on there. And then you start seeing the vote and you see that you're winning. It's like, oh my gosh, like I actually have a chance at this.
If that's not a testament to the Purple Raider Nation,
absolutely.
I don't know what it is. I mean, showing up week after week. I'm sure some people were confused, like, oh, we just voted from last week. What are we doing? It's like, hey, new round, new week. What can you say to the Purple Raider Nation right now that you won?
Absolutely, thank you. I'm so appreciative for all the people who helped me out. So many people on Twitter helped repost it. A lot of people I talked to, the third division, people like that, all reposted it, but especially Purple Raider people. All the students here, they're all super supportive. I had so many people who I didn't really know at all, just, telling me, great job, we're so proud of you, things like that, and my support. So thank you to everybody. I really appreciate it.
Let's talk about the play real quick. We're kind of on I'm going to back up real quick.
Yeah.
So this was about the area that millions and millions of people have seen.
Yeah.
Can you walk us kind of through that play?
Yeah, so
you remember the play vividly, what it was called and what your job was?
Yeah, so our call was San Antonio Spurs, which is a blitz for me when it's San Antonio. And we knew what was coming kind of based off what they were doing. I kind of, as soon as we called, it was the first play of the half. As soon as we called it, both me and my defense coordinator, Ely, I think we knew what the call was going to be and what was going to happen. They were just running this little pitch play, and they were getting some yards off of it, so we were kind of expecting it, give it to their best player, their running back, and as soon as I saw it, I knew, technically I'm supposed to go get the quarterback, but seeing the running back come out, we all knew what play was coming, and just lit them up. I was actually hoping I'd just get to intercept the ball and run it in the end zone, but they were a little too fast for that, so.
I mean, were you expecting the helmet to fly like it did?
No, actually, as soon as I hit him and he was on the ground, I think my first thought was, I've never made someone's helmet come off, or how did his helmet come off? And then my second thought was like, oh my gosh, I actually just took that dude's helmet off, and I'm getting up. I'm kind of still starstruck, and all my teammates are flocking around me. We're all going crazy. So, first play of the half, you got to continue playing.
How cool was it to celebrate, with your teammates after that play too? Everyone just
It was awesome. Yeah, I mean, you can see on film especially, just everybody on the field going nuts, or some people are just standing there kind of also starstruck about it, and then you see the sideline. So that was awesome.
What's it mean to not only represent Mount Union but Division III?
I mean, it means the world to me, actually. I mean, especially coming to Mount Union with how good our program is, you never even know if you're going to play or anything, if you're going to be good enough. So just to be able to start on the defense, represent the team, that's one thing. But also just to get so much recognition across, social media, so much support across social media from people who have no idea who we are, who I am, bringing recognition to Mount Union in general, and then just having that support for everybody. People want to see the D3 kid win. And I hope that I brought some recognition just to D3 in general, and I could bring some joy to D3 in general, winning over all the D1 and D2 kids. It was just a really cool thing. I think everybody from D3 was supporting me too. So
what's it been like, to hear, McAfee, call over your highlights week after week?
DB, Weston Arthur, boom! Loses his helmet. Legal play. Where'd your helmet go? Wow. Weston Arthur, Mount Boom. Mount Boom play that has been seen by millions. Hey, millions!
Yeah, I mean, you get to hear him say, Mount Boom every week and Ram Trucked, and it was just so cool to even think like, oh, this guy knows who I am. This guy knows my name. And Nick Sirianni, he got to see it, and all the coaches on there. It was just such a cool thing to see all those guys get excited every week. And I know it could get repetitive for them, but every week they still gave me the support. They still gave me the same kind of enthusiasm every week. So it was awesome. Getting the clips from my family every week of them being so excited, especially my mom and my dad. It was super cool.
I mean, this is something you're never going to forget.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, no, this made my year, probably the next couple of years. I think the main thing I can take is just the support that I had, especially from teammates when it first happened. Everybody thought it was just the coolest thing ever, going out to practice that first day after the show. All my guys, all my coaches. I think that the support from everybody is so close to me. And then outside of that, the people who have no idea who I am is just the coolest thing. I think every time I go through the replies or the comments on these posts and see the people who are talking about me, it really means something, because they would have no idea who I am otherwise. And, they just want to support me, even though they have no idea who I am.
Best of luck against semifinals against Johns Hopkins.
Yep.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Ram Truck winner from the Pat McAfee Show, Weston Arthur.
Thank you.
Look at that thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Congratulations to Weston Arthur of Mount Union with his Mount Boom hit. You are the official winner of the 2500 heavy-duty Rebel Ram truck. And thank you for playing football in a way that we all love, brother.
Yeah, Weston.